They're one of the cheapest sets of LED poi on the market right now, but are they worth it? Should you buy ePoi Lite? Drex here from DrexFactor.com, and today we're going to talk about the latest set of LED poi from Emazing Lights, the ePoi Lite. I'm going to drill down the basic features, functionality, and durability of these poi, as well as giving some of my personal thoughts on the matter too. Be sure to hit that subscribe and notification bell so you know exactly when I'm dropping a new video. Before we dive in, I just want to take a moment to give a shout out to the friends of the channel. Big thanks to Darkmonk, Emazing Lights, Flow Toys, Spinballs, Spinsconsin, and Ultrapoi for helping to make the videos on this channel possible. You can visit them all on the web by following the links down in the description of this video. So first, some context. ePoi Lite are a budget version of the ePoi that Emazing Lights released almost 2 years ago. They've simplified some of the programming for them, as well as removed accelerometer function while retaining all the features of the hardware, as well as the form factor to offer poi at 60% the price of their regular ePoi. They come in a drawstring bag that has super long cords for carrying across your shoulder, as well as a manual, stickers, and charging cables. I've had these now for several months, and I have really put them through the ringer. So let's talk some turkey about how they perform. Features. So the first thing to really know about the lights is that the programming has been massively scaled back from the ePoi, as well as from many of the other lights in the Emazing catalog. Where normally you'd have 24 different colors that you could program into 5 banks of modes with 5 sub-modes, they've pared it down to just 20 colors and 4 banks of modes with 4 sub-modes. That's still a lot. The biggest thing that's been removed here is the bank that responds to your movement. My guess is because the lights don't actually have an accelerometer in them. What you're left with are several different modes that give you various permutations of solid and strobe settings. You can still program in up to 3 custom colors for each of these modes, so the programming interface is almost exactly the same as it is for the rest of Emazing's gear. Cosmetically, there's basically no difference between the ePoi Lite and the ePoi. They're the same weight and the same tether design. They charge with a mini USB cable, and the LED capsules inside of the housing are easily removable. One thing I will note here is that they're still using single loop handles for these, which are rapidly becoming obsolete in the poi world. If you buy a set, you're almost certainly going to want to swap these out for ball handles. Ease of use. As many of you know, I have a test for when I get a new set of LED poi, and it really boils down to whether I can get something I like out of it without having to look at the instruction manual. Just as with the ePoi, the answer here is no. They ship in a lock mode that's designed to keep the batteries from draining during transit. You have to hold down the button for 3 seconds to unlock them, and from there, well, suffice it to say, please read the manual. I finally managed to get myself off book with the programming system for Emazing's line of products, and now that I get it, it is relatively intuitive, but it's not something you're going to figure out on your own. Durability. So I've seen a lot of reports online of people having problems with the USB jacks breaking off of these poi. I've been unable to make this happen with my own set, and believe me, I've tried. I've been using these almost daily for the past 3 months, practicing tricks that involve a lot of collisions between the poi or drops, and thus far they've held up like champs. I have no idea if this is one of those cases where I just got lucky, or whether the sets that have broken come from a vocal minority, but do keep that in mind when you're looking to purchase these. Brightness. Unlike the full ePoi Lite don't allow you to adjust the brightness level on the poi. That said, they've gone with a default that is as bright as the brightest mode in the ePoi. Basically, these LEDs are going to show loud and clear from quite far away. Battery life. My usual test with batteries is to leave the poi in a solid color mode set to white until the battery just goes dead. This is full on with all the colors at the same time, so it's the most punishing test that I can possibly give to a battery. For the ePoi Lights, their performance was pretty similar to the ePoi at about 5.5 hours in full white mode. Using different strobes or other colors, you're certain to get longer battery life, depending on how you set them up. Price. So this is really the biggest selling point for these, right? At $60, they're easily the least expensive LED poi out there that have this kind of durability or programmability. It's actually a really ballsy move on account of most of the LED poi market seems to be moving in a direction of adding features rather than taking them away. The question for the buyer, of course, is whether they retain enough value with that feature set to still make them worth it. My thoughts. So I'm just going to say up front that I actually do like these. I've always liked the weight of ePoi, and as many of you know, I'm not exactly a modes geek when it comes to LED poi. I like to just turn them on and not have to think too terribly hard about them. I think the price on these is awesome for what they are. It's an easy upgrade from your first set of LED poi to a set of these, and the weight feels super comfortable. Like I said earlier, I'm not a huge fan of the handles. One of the first things I did was to just remove the loops and throw a set of ball handles on there, and I'd highly recommend you do the same. I also want to take a minute to talk about the bag. I'm not sure how other people are going to take it, but I actually really love it, and I've been using it with a lot of different sets of poi. I have a thing when I go out where I like having something where I can store my poi while I'm walking around, but I want that storage means to be able to quickly and easily disappear when it's time to spin. In a lot of cases, that means I carry around a shoulder bag with me, and that bag becomes something that I have to keep track of when I start spinning. But with this bag, I can carry it over my shoulder, and when I want to go spin, I can just wad it up and stick it into my pocket. No fuss. Kind of a minor thing, but I really dig it for my own purposes. I think the simplified programming interface works in the ePoi Lite's favor, and I absolutely love the bag. For $60, I think they're a surprisingly good value. ePoi Lite are available at Emazinglights.com for $59.95 a pair. Again, do yourself a favor and pick up a set of ball handles with the money that you're saving. If you'd like to help out the channel, please use DrexFactor with a 0 instead of an O at checkout. It'll give you a discount on your order, and it lets them know that I sent you. Before I send you guys off, I just want to send out some thanks to my awesome supporters on Patreon. Your support makes this channel and the videos on it possible. If you dug this video, please leave me a like and subscribe to see more like it in the future by clicking here. Over here are some other videos that you may enjoy, including an entire playlist of videos that are just like the one that you just watched. Finally, if you like the work that I do, please consider signing up to support my videos over at my Patreon right here. Thank you for watching and have a good one. Peace.